All right, champs, buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey with unstoppable you, build confidence, and live boldly. I'm thrilled you're here, ready to ditch the doubts and unleash the amazing person you already are. Listen, life throws curveballs. We all get knocked down, feel insecure, and question our abilities. But the truth is, you possess a strength you haven't even tapped into yet. This book is your key to unlocking it. Forget feeling meh. We're aiming for magnificent. Unstoppable You isn't about overnight miracles or pretending everything's perfect. It's about giving you the practical tools and the kick in the pants motivation you need to build genuine confidence. We're talking about the kind of confidence that shines from the inside, making you resilient, bold, and ready to chase your dreams without apologies. Inside, we'll explore how to silence your inner critic, that annoying voice that constantly tells you you're not good enough. We'll tackle fear head-on, turning those paralyzing anxieties into fuel for action. And most importantly, you'll learn how to embrace your unique awesomeness and own your story. Think of this book as your personal cheerleader and no-nonsense coach, all rolled into one. I'll share relatable stories, practical exercises, and simple strategies that you can immediately implement into your life. It is all about building your self-confidence. What's in it for you? Well, get ready to feel more empowered to make decisions, set boundaries, and go after what you truly want. You will learn how to identify and crush your limiting beliefs, how to build unshakable self-belief, how to embrace failure as a learning opportunity, how to create a life aligned with your values. This isn't just a book you read, it's a journey you take. So are you ready to become unstoppable? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Wake Up Sunshine. Your awesome life awaits. Hey there, superstar. Let's face it, you're reading this because a tiny, or maybe not so tiny, voice inside you knows you're capable of more. You know you deserve a life bursting with joy, fulfillment, and maybe even a little bit of sparkle. But here's the truth. That amazing life isn't just going to magically appear. You need to wake up to the amazing potential that already lives inside you. Think of yourself like a dormant volcano. Powerful energy is there, waiting to erupt in a spectacular display of awesomeness. But it needs a little nudge. For years, maybe you've been told, directly or indirectly, that you're just okay, or not good enough, or that dreaming big is foolish. Perhaps those beliefs are from your family, the media, or even you. Those narratives have piled up over you like heavy blanket. Time to throw it up. But listen up. Those are lies. You are absolutely worthy of everything your heart desires. You are capable of achieving things you can't even imagine right now. The power to create an extraordinary life is already within you. It's not hiding, it's just waiting for you to acknowledge it. Imagine a talented artist who believes their paintings are terrible. They keep their work hidden, convinced no one will appreciate it. What a loss to the world. You are that artist. Your life can be your masterpiece. Consider this a gentle, or maybe a loud and enthusiastic alarm clock. It's time to shake off the doubts, silence the negativity, and recognize the incredible force that is you. This isn't about becoming someone else. It's about uncovering the authentic, powerful person you were always meant to be. It's about owning your space in this world. Get ready to say yes to the incredible adventure that is your life. The journey won't always be easy, but it will be worth it. Because you, my friend, are worth it. Chapter 2. The Lies We Tell Ourselves and How to Bust Them. Hey champ, remember that awesome life we talked about? It's waiting, but there's something standing in your way. You, or more accurately, the lies you tell yourself. We all do it. It's like a sneaky little radio playing negative tunes in your head. Time to change the station. These lies are called limiting beliefs. They're thoughts you accept as truth, even though they're usually garbage. They hold you back, whisper doubts, and stop you from reaching your full potential. Let's expose some common culprits. I'm not good enough. This is a classic. Maybe you didn't get the promotion or your painting didn't turn out quite right. This lie makes you feel inadequate. It's too hard. Trying something new? Starting a business? This lie tells you it's impossible before you even begin. I don't deserve success, happiness. Ouch. This one's deep. Maybe you feel guilty about wanting good things. What will people think? This lie turns you into a people pleaser, always worried about judgment. I'm not smart, talented enough. This makes you undervalue your skills and abilities. Example, a girl named Elena always dreamed to be a singer, but in her early days she was struggling to sing a song properly. She started believing it as I am not talented enough to be a singer. So, how do you bust these lies? 1. Identify the lie. Pay attention to your thoughts. When you feel discouraged or anxious, ask yourself, what am I telling myself right now? Write it down. 2. Challenge the lie. Is it really true? What evidence supports it? What evidence contradicts it? Are you being overly critical of yourself? 3. Reverse the lie. Turn it into a positive affirmation. For example, I'm not good enough becomes I am capable and always improving. 4. Find evidence. Actively search for examples of when you were good enough, when you did succeed, when you were brave. 5. Replace the lie. Every time the negative thought pops up, immediately replace it with your positive affirmation. This takes practice. You're rewiring your brain, but the more you challenge those lies, the weaker they become, and the louder your inner awesomeness shines. You got this. Chapter 3. Meet your inner critic, the bully you need to tame. Everyone has a roommate in their head. Some are supportive, cheering you on. But chances are, you've also got a less pleasant tenant, your inner critic. This voice loves to point out flaws, whisper doubts, and generally make you feel like you're failing. Let's be clear, this critic isn't trying to help. It's a bully disguised as concern. Think of it like this. You're learning to bake a cake. A supportive voice says, maybe try a little less sugar next time. Your inner critic screams, you're hopeless. You'll never be a good baker. Just give up now. Big difference, right? Recognizing your inner critic is the first step. What does it sound like? Is it a harsh, judgmental voice? Does it use words like should, must, or always? Does it pop up when you're trying something new, taking a risk, or even just trying to relax? Triggers are its favorite toys. Maybe public speaking sends it into overdrive. Perhaps it attacks after a small mistake at work. Pay attention to when this voice gets loudest. Knowing your triggers gives you power. Now the fun part. Taming the beast. Name it. Giving your inner critic a silly name, like Mr. Grumbles or Debbie Downer, makes it less powerful. Talk back. Bullies thrive on silence. When the critic pipes up, challenge it. If it says, you'll fail that presentation, respond with, maybe, but I'm prepared, and I'll do my best. That's all that matters. Self-compassion is key. Treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend. Instead of dwelling on mistakes, acknowledge them, learn from them, and move on. Imagine your friend failed their presentation. Would you yell at them? Your inner critic might never disappear completely, but you can learn to manage it. Don't let it dictate your choices or steal your joy. Remember, you are awesome, worthy, and capable, despite what that bully in your head might say. Silence the noise and listen to your own amazing potential. Chapter 4. Small Steps, Big Impact. The Power of Daily Habits. Forget that whole instant success nonsense. Real change isn't a lightning bolt. It's a gentle rain that nourishes your soul. We're talking about habits, the tiny actions you repeat day after day. They might seem insignificant, but trust me, they're the secret sauce to building the life you crave. Think of it like this. You want to run a marathon. You wouldn't jump out of bed tomorrow and try to run 26.2 miles, right? You'd start with a short jog, maybe a mile or two. Then, you'd gradually increase the distance, day by day, week by week. That's the power of small steps. The key is consistency. It's better to do something small every day than to do something huge once in a while. Let's say you want to be a writer. Instead of waiting for inspiration to strike and then trying to write a novel in a weekend, commit to writing just 200 words a day. Some days, it'll flow. Other days, it'll feel like pulling teeth. But if you stick with it, those 200 words will quickly add up. Building habits isn't always easy. Here are a few tricks to make it stick. Start ridiculously small. Want to meditate? Begin with just 1 minute a day. Sounds silly, but it's manageable. You can always increase the time later. Attach it to an existing habit. Already brush your teeth every morning? Great. Meditate right after. Link new habits to old ones for easier integration. Make it visible. Put your running shoes by the door. Keep a gratitude journal on your nightstand. Visual cues remind you to take action. Forgive yourself when you slip up. We all miss a day or 2 or 3. Don't beat yourself up. Just get back on track as soon as possible. Celebrate the small wins. Finished your daily writing? Give yourself a pat on the back. Acknowledge your progress, no matter how small it seems. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. One small step at a time, you'll be amazed at how far you can go. Think of your life as a garden. Small, consistent tending, watering, weeding will result in a beautiful bloom. Skipping days, hoping for instant results? Not so much. Start small. Stay consistent. Watch your awesomeness grow. Chapter 5. Your Comfort Zone, a Beautiful Trap, and How to Escape. Ever feel like you're stuck in a rut? Doing the same things, seeing the same faces, day in, day out? That's your comfort zone calling. It feels nice, safe, predictable, like your favorite worn-out armchair. But honestly, it's a beautiful trap. Imagine a plant in a small pot. It's comfy, gets regular water and sunlight, but it can't grow. To truly flourish, it needs a bigger pot, new soil, maybe even a change of location. That's you. Your comfort zone keeps you from reaching your full potential. Think about learning to ride a bike. Wobbly at first, maybe a few scraped knees. Scary, right? But pushing past that fear, that discomfort, is how you learned. The same applies to everything else. New job interviews, starting a hobby, even striking up a conversation with someone new, they all nudge you out of the familiar. So, how do you escape this cozy cage? Small steps. Don't try to conquer Everest on day one. Pick something slightly uncomfortable. Maybe it's trying a new dish at your favorite restaurant, speaking up in a meeting, or taking a different route to work. Each tiny victory builds confidence and expands your boundaries. Remember, growth happens outside your comfort zone. It's where you discover hidden strengths, uncover new passions, and become the awesome person you were always meant to be. Embrace the discomfort. It's a sign you're on the right track. Your future self will thank you. Chapter 6. Embrace failure, your secret weapon for success. Okay, listen up. You're gonna mess up. Yep, I said it. You will fail. It's not a prediction, it's a fact of life. But here's the secret. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone. Think of it as tuition to the University of Hard Knocks. See, many of us are terrified of failing. We avoid risks, stay in our comfort zones, all to avoid that sting. But dodging failure means dodging growth. Imagine a baby learning to walk. Do they just stand up and stroll perfectly? No. They wobble, fall, cry maybe, and then get back up. That's failure in action, and it's essential for learning. So how do we embrace this failure is good idea? First, reframe it. Stop thinking of failure as a sign you're not good enough. Instead, see it as feedback. Let's say you tried baking a cake and it came out flat and dense. Disaster, right? Nope. Now you know you need more baking powder, or maybe you overmixed the batter. That cake taught you something. Second, don't dwell. It's okay to feel bummed when things don't go your way. Acknowledge the feeling, but don't let it consume you. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What would I do differently next time? Then, dust yourself off and get back in the game. Finally, share your failures. Talk to friends, family, or mentors. You'll be surprised how many successful people have stories of epic fails. Sharing helps you process the experience and realize you're not alone. Consider a person applying to many jobs and getting rejected. Now, this person might feel disappointed. However, this person should learn from their mistakes and try again. Every rejection is a chance for new growth. Failure isn't the end, it's the beginning of something even better. Embrace it, learn from it, and use it as fuel to propel you forward. You got this. Chapter 7, Saying No Like a Boss, Setting Boundaries and Protecting Your Energy. Hey there, champion. Let's talk about something crucial, your energy. Imagine it like a battery. The more you drain it, the less you have for the things that truly matter to you, your dreams, your loved ones, your own well-being. That's where no comes in. Saying no isn't being mean, it's being smart. It's about setting boundaries that protect your energy from being sucked dry by things that don't serve you. Think of boundaries as invisible fences around your life, keeping out the negativity and allowing in only what nourishes you. Why is this hard? We're often told to be agreeable, to please others. But saying yes to everything means saying no to yourself. You're diluting your precious time and energy on things that might benefit others, but drain you. So, how do you say no like a boss? 1. Know your worth. Recognize that your time and energy are valuable. Don't let anyone treat them like they're disposable. List down your priorities and values. This will serve as your compass when deciding what deserves your yes and what deserves a firm no. 2. Start small. Practice saying no to smaller requests. Instead of agreeing to bake cookies for the entire school bake sale, offer to donate a few dollars. With each successful no, your confidence will grow. 3. Be direct but kind. You don't need a long, drawn-out explanation. A simple "thank you for thinking of me, but I'm unable to commit to that right now" is perfectly acceptable. 4. Buy yourself time. If you're unsure, say, "Let me think about that and get back to you." This gives you space to assess whether the request aligns with your priorities. Don't let pressure tactics force you into a yes. 5. Offer alternatives. Sometimes, if you truly want to help but can't fulfill the specific request, suggest an alternative. "I can't help you move this weekend, but I can help you pack during the week." Example, imagine a colleague, let's call her Maya, constantly asks you to cover her shifts, even when it disrupts your schedule. You could say, "Maya, I understand you're in a bind sometimes, but I need to prioritize my own commitments. I won't be able to cover your shift this time." Protect your energy. No can be a shield against draining relationships too. If a friend always calls to complain but never listens to you, it's okay to create some distance. A simple, "I'm so sorry you're going through that, but I'm not able to offer support right now," is valid. Remember, saying no is an act of self-respect. It's about valuing yourself enough to prioritize your own well-being. Once you master the art of saying no when necessary, you unlock the power to say a resounding yes to the things that truly light you up and propel you closer to your dreams. Go forth and protect your power. Chapter 8. Gratitude is your superpower. Unlock happiness and attract abundance. Hey there, superstar. Let's talk about gratitude, the ultimate secret weapon for a joyful and abundant life. Think of it as your personal happiness button, always ready to be pressed. It's not some complicated spiritual thing. It's incredibly simple, unbelievably powerful, and totally free. Why is gratitude so important? Because what you focus on expands. If you're constantly dwelling on what you lack, you'll attract more of that lack. It's like constantly complaining about being clumsy. Guess what? You'll probably stumble more. But if you shift your focus to what you already have, even the small things, you open yourself up to more goodness in life. Think about it. Do you have a roof over your head? Clean water to drink? Friends or family who care about you? These are incredible blessings. We often take them for granted until they're threatened. Practicing gratitude makes you appreciate these everyday miracles. So, how do you harness this superpower? It's easier than you think. Here are a few simple techniques. The gratitude journal. Grab a notebook and every day write down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for. They can be big things, like a promotion at work, or small things, like a delicious cup of coffee or a beautiful sunset. Don't just list them, feel the appreciation. Gratitude jar. Decorate a jar and keep it somewhere visible. Throughout the day, jot down things you're grateful for on slips of paper and drop them in. At the end of the week or month, read them aloud. It's a fantastic reminder of how much you already have. Gratitude walk. Take a walk and actively look for things to be grateful for. The fresh air, the birds singing, the trees providing shade. Notice the details and appreciate the beauty around you. Say, "Thank you." Make a conscious effort to express your gratitude to people. Thank the barista for your coffee, the colleague who helped you with a project, or your family for their support. Genuine appreciation is contagious. Let's say a person, let's call him, Liam, is feeling down about his job. He hates the monotonous tasks and the grumpy boss. Instead of wallowing in negativity, Liam starts a gratitude journal. He writes down, "I'm grateful for the paycheck that allows me to pay my bills. And I'm grateful for my colleagues who make the workday a little brighter." Suddenly, his perspective shifts. The job might not be ideal, but he recognizes the benefits it provides. And that shift in perspective opens him up to looking for new opportunities with a positive attitude. Gratitude isn't just about feeling good, it's about attracting good. When you operate from a place of appreciation, you become a magnet for positive experiences, relationships, and opportunities. It's like the universe says, "Oh, you like this? Here's more." So go ahead, embrace your superpower, cultivate gratitude daily, and watch your life transform. Happiness and abundance are waiting for you. You got this. Chapter 9. Visualize your victory, the magic of mental rehearsal. Ever dreamed of acing that presentation or finally nailing that athletic feat? Visualization is your secret weapon. It's like having a free movie ticket to your future success. Think of it. Our brains are amazing, but sometimes a little gullible. They react similarly to both real and vividly imagined experiences. So, if you repeatedly see yourself succeeding, your brain starts believing it's possible, even probable. This builds confidence and reduces anxiety before the real thing. How does it work? Simple. Find a quiet space. Close your eyes. Now vividly imagine yourself achieving your goal. If you're giving a presentation, picture the room, the audience, your slides. See yourself speaking clearly and confidently. Imagine the warm applause afterward. Feel the sense of accomplishment wash over you. Engage all your senses. What do you see, hear, smell, taste, and feel? The more detailed, the better. If you're running a race, feel the sun on your skin, hear the crowd roaring, taste victory. Practice regularly. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day can make a huge difference. The more you rehearse mentally, the more prepared you'll be when the actual moment arrives. Think of athletes who visualize the perfect free throw before shooting. They aren't just hoping, they're training their minds for success. You can do the same. Let's say John wants to ask for a raise. He's nervous. Instead of just worrying, John starts visualizing. He pictures the conversation with his boss. He sees himself confidently stating his achievements and worth. He imagines his boss agreeing and congratulating him. John does this every day. When the actual conversation happens, he feels surprisingly calm and prepared. He gets the raise. Visualization helped him build the confidence he needed. Visualization isn't magic, but it's a powerfully effective tool. It's about priming your brain for victory, boosting your confidence, and turning your dreams into reality. Start visualizing your awesome future today. Your mind and your life will thank you. Chapter 10. Surround yourself with awesome. The power of positive influences. Think of your life as a garden. You plant seeds of dreams, water them with effort, and tend to them with care. But even the strongest seeds need good soil to grow. Your soil is the people you surround yourself with. Are they nourishing you, or are they full of weeds choking your growth? Ever felt drained after spending time with someone? Like they sucked all the energy out of you? These are often people who constantly complain, criticize, or doubt your dreams. They might even be jealous of your ambition, consciously or not. These are your energy vampires. On the flip side, think about the people who make you feel energized, inspired, and supported. The ones who believe in you even when you doubt yourself. These are your sunflowers, the people who help you grow towards the light. It's simple. Good influences, good growth. Negative influences equal stunted growth. So, how do you cultivate an awesome support system? 1. Weed out the toxins. Identifying toxic relationships isn't always easy. Start by noticing how you feel after interacting with someone. Do you feel inspired, supported, and motivated, or do you feel drained, criticized, and small? If it's constantly the latter, it might be time to create some distance. This doesn't necessarily mean cutting people out of your life completely, although sometimes it might. It could mean limiting your interactions, setting stronger boundaries, we'll talk about that later, or changing the topics you discuss. Number 2, plant sunflowers. Seek out people who are positive, supportive, and inspiring. Join groups or clubs related to your interests, attend workshops, or volunteer for a cause you care about. These are great ways to meet like-minded individuals. Number 3, nurture your awesome circle. Once you've found your tribe, nurture those relationships. Reach out, offer support, and celebrate their successes. Be the kind of person you want to be surrounded by. 4, don't be afraid to outgrow. People change. Sometimes friendships naturally fade as your paths diverge. That's okay. It doesn't mean anyone's at fault. It just means it's time to allow space for new growth, more aligned connections to blossom. Let's say Jack wants to start a small online business selling handmade crafts. His friend, Paul, constantly tells him things like, "That's a silly idea," or "You'll never make any money doing that." Instead of getting encouragement, he gets negativity. This might be a time for Jack to have a talk with Paul, or perhaps just spend a little less time around Paul when Jack is focusing on his business. On the other hand, Jack's neighbor, Anne is also a crafter and is always happy to share tips and offer support. By connecting with Anne, Jack can get the encouragement and advice he needs to succeed. Your environment shapes you. Choose it wisely. You deserve to be surrounded by people who lift you higher, inspire you to be better, and believe in your ability to achieve amazing things. Cultivate your garden. Sunshine. Your awesome life depends on it. Chapter 11. Forgive yourself and others. Letting go of the past. Hey there, friend. Let's talk about something super important: forgiveness. Think of resentment and guilt as heavy backpacks filled with bricks. You carry them around and they weigh you down, making every step harder. It's time to unpack those bags and ditch the baggage. Holding on to grudges, whether against yourself or someone else, is like drinking poison and hoping the other person will die. It only hurts you. You're replaying negative events in your head, reliving the pain, and preventing yourself from moving forward. First, let's tackle self-forgiveness. We all make mistakes. We say things we regret, make bad choices, and sometimes fumble spectacularly. The key isn't to beat yourself up about it forever. Imagine Mia, who failed her driving test twice. Instead of wallowing, she said, "Okay, I messed up. What can I learn from this?" Don't dwell on the what-ifs. They're energy vampires. Treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend. Now, on to forgiving others. This doesn't mean condoning their actions. It means releasing yourself from the grip of anger and resentment. Think of it as letting go of a rope that's tying you to the past. But they hurt me deeply, you might say. Absolutely, and that pain is valid. But holding on to the anger gives them power over you, even years later. Forgiveness starts with understanding. Try to see things from the other person's perspective. Maybe they were acting out of their own pain or ignorance. It doesn't excuse their behavior, but it can soften the edges of your resentment. Write down your feelings. Honestly express your anger, sadness, and hurt. Then, write about your desire to forgive. It's a process, not a switch you flip. Some wounds take longer to heal. Finally, choose to let go. Say it out loud. I forgive. Name for action. I release myself from this anger and resentment. Repeat this as often as needed. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. It clears the path for happiness, growth, and a lighter, brighter future. It's time to drop the baggage and soar. Chapter 12. Fuel your dreams. Finding your passion and purpose. Hey there, dream chaser. Ever feel like you're just going through the motions? Like something's missing? That something is likely your passion and purpose. Forget slogging through life. It's time to ignite that inner fire. Imagine a tiny rocket, packed with fuel, just sitting there. Looks cool, right? But without igniting the fuel, it's going nowhere. That's you without passion. So, how do we find that fuel? First, ditch the pressure of finding your one true purpose. Relax. Think of it as a fun scavenger hunt. Exercise time. Grab a pen. What makes you tick? What activities make you lose track of time? What are you naturally curious about? Write everything, no matter how silly it seems. Maybe it's baking, writing silly poems, fixing old bikes, or organizing your sock drawer. 2. Remember your childhood joy. What did you love doing as a kid? What were your hobbies? Often, our childhood passions are buried deep down, waiting to be rediscovered. Did you love building forts? Maybe you're a natural architect or just love creating. 3. If money wasn't an issue, if you won the lottery tomorrow, what would you actually do with your time? Travel the world teaching coding to kids, open a rescue for stray kittens, volunteer at the local library? The answer reveals what truly matters to you. Now look at your lists. Are there any common themes? These are clues to your passions. Connecting passion to purpose. Purpose isn't just about what you do, but why you do it. It's about how you can use your passions to make a positive impact, even in a small way. Let's say you love painting. That's your passion. How can you turn that into purpose? Maybe you volunteer to paint murals at your local hospital, brightening patients' days. Or perhaps you teach art classes to underprivileged kids. See? It doesn't have to be grand. It just needs to be meaningful to you. Practical steps: experiment. Try new things. Take a class, join a club, volunteer for a cause that interests you. You never know what sparks will fly. Say yes. More often, be open to opportunities that come your way, even if they seem scary. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. Start small. Don't feel like you need to quit your job and become a full-time beekeeper tomorrow. Start by joining a beekeeping club on weekends. Baby steps are still steps. Finding your passion and purpose is a journey, not a destination. Enjoy the ride. Embrace exploration, be patient with yourself, and always remember that you have unique gifts to offer the world. Now go out there and fuel your dreams. The world is waiting for your spark. Chapter 13, Ditch the Comparison Game. Celebrate your unique journey. Hey there, superstar. Let's talk about something that trips up even the most fabulous people: comparing ourselves to others. We see someone else's highlight reel on social media, a colleague's promotion, a friend's seemingly perfect relationship, and suddenly we feel inadequate, like we're falling behind. Stop, right now. That's a trap. Comparison is the thief of joy, plain and simple. It makes you blind to your own amazing progress and unique gifts. You're on your own path, running your own race, at your own pace. Why are you trying to measure yourself against another runner on a completely different track? Think of it like this. You're a magnificent oak tree, slowly growing taller and stronger. You can't compare yourself to a fast-growing sunflower. They both have their own beauty and purpose, but they are different. The sunflower blooms quickly, and the oak tree stands the test of time. The problem with comparison is that it's usually based on incomplete information. You only see the finished product, not the struggles, the doubts, the sacrifices it took for someone to get there. You don't see the nights they cried, the failures they faced, or the anxieties they battled. Instead of focusing on what you lack, shift your focus to what you have accomplished. Make a list of everything you're proud of, big or small. Did you finally finish that online course? Did you bake a delicious cake? Did you offer help to someone who needed it? Celebrate those wins. Remember, progress isn't linear. Some days you'll feel like you're soaring. Other days you'll feel like you're stuck in the mud. That's okay. It's all part of the journey. What matters is that you keep putting one foot in front of the other, following your own inner compass. Let's say John wants to be a writer. He sees another author's book become a bestseller and feels discouraged. I'll never be that good, he thinks. But instead of dwelling on that, John needs to focus on his own writing. Maybe he takes a class, joins a writing group, or simply dedicates 30 minutes each day to writing. His journey is unique, and his success will look different from the best-selling author. He needs to celebrate each finished chapter, each positive critique, each little step towards his goal. Your path is yours and yours alone. Embrace your quirks, your talents, your unique perspective. The world needs you, not a copy of someone else. So, ditch the comparison game, celebrate your progress, and keep shining your own damn light. You've got this. Chapter 14. Take action now. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Hello, future rock star. How long have you been waiting for the perfect moment? For the stars to align? For the universe to send you a giant flashing neon sign saying, "Go for it"? Here's a truth bomb. That moment probably isn't coming. And if it does, you'll likely second-guess it anyway. Waiting for perfection is a fantastic excuse to stay stuck. It's a cozy little lie that whispers, "You're not ready yet. It's safer here." But safe is boring, and your awesome life isn't safe. It's exciting, messy, challenging, and utterly amazing. The biggest enemy of awesome isn't lack of talent, it's procrastination. We tell ourselves stories. I'll start my diet on Monday. I'll apply for that job when I have more experience. I'll write that book as soon as I have more time. These are just fear dressed up in fancy excuses. Think about a friend who wanted to learn guitar. They kept saying, "I'll buy one when I have more money and free time." Years went by. They never picked up a guitar. Imagine if they started with one chord a week. They would probably have played a favorite song. Now, maybe the guitar thing wasn't that important to them. But what goals are important? What's that burning desire you've been shelving? Here's the secret. Perfect never arrives. Start before you're ready. Learn as you go. Embrace the mess. Actionable steps. Identify one small step. What's the tiniest thing you can do today towards your goal? Apply for a job. Research a topic for your book. Practice one chord. Be microscopic. Schedule it. Seriously, put it in your calendar. Treat it like an important appointment. This makes it real. Don't overthink. Just do it. Don't analyze, don't critique, don't make excuses. Celebrate the small wins. Good job for doing the small work today, because they will turn into something big one day. This isn't about becoming an overnight success. It's about building momentum. It's about proving to yourself that you are capable. It is about starting. The perfect moment is right now. You are ready enough. So take a breath and leap. Your awesome life awaits. Chapter 15, Unstoppable You. Celebrate your awesomeness and keep growing. Look at you. You made it. You've traveled through these pages, faced your fears, and started building the incredible life you deserve. This isn't the end. It's just the beginning. Time to pop the confetti, do a happy dance, even if it's just in your head, and acknowledge how far you've come. This last chapter, it's about keeping the momentum going. It's about remembering the tools you now have and using them every single day. First, love yourself fiercely. You are a work in progress, a constantly evolving masterpiece. There will be days when you stumble, days when doubt creeps in. That's okay. Remember the lessons you've learned. Be kind to yourself as you would to a dear friend. Celebrate your small wins. Each step, no matter how tiny, is progress. Second, never stop learning. Life is a classroom. Read books, listen to podcasts, take classes, explore new hobbies. Challenge your mind, expand your horizons. Stagnation is the enemy of awesomeness. What's one thing you've always wanted to learn? Start today. It could be a new language, a musical instrument, or even just a better understanding of yourself. Third, keep practicing those positive habits. Remember gratitude, visualization, saying no. These aren't one-time fixes. They are muscles you need to keep flexing. Make them part of your daily routine. A simple gratitude journal, even just a few lines each night, can transform your perspective. Finally, embrace the journey. There is no finish line. Life is a winding road full of unexpected twists and turns. Learn to enjoy the scenery, be present in each moment. And remember, you have the power to create the life you want, one step at a time. You are awesome. You are capable. You are unstoppable. Now, go out there and shine your light. The world needs you.